Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. So today I wanted to go through the updates and some changes because some nice little Necromancy changes were coming in. And I basically just wanted to check as well, it's been rumoured they're going to be changing the Ritual XP. And I just wanted to see if this was the week they're going to be doing it, or if it'll be pushed back sort of next week or the week after, because that might change how you're going to do your Necromancy training for this week. In terms of the nerf they're going to do though, the Rituals doesn't seem to be as bad as what they were planning. It was looking to be about 50% XP. I think they've now said it's going to be more around 25% XP and just nerfing the random events. But also could be looking to buff up the base XP you're going to get for rituals as well. So it might not actually be as bad as what it's been put out or anything like that. It might not even change the XP rates. It just might rebalance where it's coming from rather than that. But we're still waiting for that to come up anyway. Also, some really big news as well. If you didn't know, every week they will do a update post. And then that will go through the updates, community stuff, any events they're doing, the treasure hunter events, and it's all really well put together in like a format which I'm going to talk through today. Now if you scroll down, you will come to the YouTube section where we'll have like various different like videos to explain stuff and stuff like that. And if you noticed or if you've already read it, we kind of made it. So I'm there. That's me. So thank you guys for all the support as well. All the likes and comments and stuff helps me get noticed, and I've made it, which is, it's mental to think like I only started making RS3 videos beginning of the year and now I'm being featured on the homepage. So again, thank you guys so much. But yes, if you're looking for other forms of content and other good like amazing creators, it's a very good place to watch it, and it'll all break down like different things. So we've got Wasware with a 1 to 120 Necromancy guide, my crew with the Rituals guide. We have Ashley'scape with the Razio guide. Her guides are amazing as well. That's how I PVM. Protox with the Zup guide again. The Zup cape, I've just got it on the main account. It's life-changing with how it changes death skulls. And then we've also got Fraxu with a quest guide, and also me. So that's the YouTube bit. But what we're really here for actually is for the updates. So we've also got the Treasure Hunter promo, which is going to be the Assassin's Return, which will be a cosmetic thing, so we're not too bothered with that. So right, patch notes. Now sometimes in patch notes there's a lot of stuff relating to like mistypes or things which have been misspelt. So a lot of that is just like, there's a lot of filler stuff, like little things which have been changed. We're looking more for like the bigger stuff, but in terms of things which are pretty big, the Archglacior hitbox has been fixed, which I imagine that could have been quite annoying. A lot of typos and a lot of like little annoying bits and pieces here. A death mark applied by Necromancy spirits no longer breaks encounters, which is good. The deflect Necromancy curse will display the buff bars intended. A nice one for the runecrafting people. When you re-enter the altar now, you'll be pointing to the exact altar you runecrafted last. So if you're doing something like bone runes, every time you go through the portal, you'll be pointing direct to the bone runes to be able to surge straight there and then runecraft from there. That's quite nice actually. I imagine that's been like quite annoying, so to get that done, that would be pretty nice. Dodging attacks, and this is what Darkness was causing problems with. It wouldn't auto-trigger abilities, and I noticed this after I tried doing a Zup cape with Necromancy, and I couldn't work out why I was getting absolutely demolished. It's because I weren't like auto-retaliating with basics, because Darkness for some reason bugged it out, so that's really nice, but that's working back. Here is the best update because I've been making candles on the Bond account for a couple days, and when you click the Necroplasm, even though you only had candles in your info, you still had to hit the drop down from ink to go to candles. So now that you can craft Necroplasm and it goes straight to the candles tab, that is so much better. And candles are pretty good. Underrated XP as well, to be fair. Same with ink. Inks are better XP, but candles are very good. Decent profit as well most of the time. And they've now worked out Wilderness and Combat. Oh, that's pretty good. Because I did the Jad for my tier 9 Necromancy tank armor in the Kiln. And then I was wondering why didn't that work? So it's only the fight cage you can go through, so it's pretty good you can do that. Congealed Blood is now 5k every 4 hours, which is good. I think the limit wasn't brilliant, and especially like something in demand, and because it's linked to overloads, you kind of need it. It kind of needs to be a higher like limit. Thread of Fate cooldown has been reduced to 4.5 seconds. And then the Thread of Fate duration has been increased to 6.6 seconds. Very, very good update. Anytime you can use Threads of Fate, every time you're in multi, I was doing like some Slayer tasks the other day. If you can use Threads of Fate, it will only just ramp up your kills per hour. So reduced cooldown will mean you can just do it more often. And the fact its duration is higher as well just means you can get some extra damage out as well for Necromancy. And these are the things which are sort of left with Necromancy. I think it's covered the combat ability so well. There's a few little tweaks the game can do just to adjust certain things, and it could really like pad the skill out for the future as well. But in terms of like the whole release of the skill, really well done. And the fact that we're doing little tweaks every now and then, rather than do a big change, which completely does a 180 on the combat cycle, we're just doing little tweaks at the minute and then just seeing how that rides out as well. Much further that rather than one big aggressive update, just do little changes and see how it balances out afterwards. Teleports to City of Unthrough Death's Office is nice. And then yeah, admittedly, like the big ones for Necromancy this week are the Darkness change, so you can use autos. Threads of Fate is really nice, and for me that candle update is so good because it was painful. I think on the Bond account I've probably made 40k candles, and all of them have been through the drop down, and it's just painful. Right, so some general changes. Massive update to Hardcore Iron Man. The Hardcore Iron Man, once they die and you normally get the world feed and stuff, no longer drop all their items on death. All their items are now logged with death. However, you can now reclaim the items. So whereas before they would die and they would lose all the items, they can now like reclaim all of them, and the items are no longer dropped on the floor. So that's pretty cool. I always felt like the hardcore way of doing Iron Man on RSV was a lot more aggressive, or a lot more like more difficult than the 07 version. The 07 version you just become a normal Iron Man, whereas with the RS3 version, they lost all their items. It just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't make sense. It just seemed to be like a bit too much for it. Some people enjoyed that. Some people enjoyed having the ultimate risk, but each to their own, I suppose. So, items from World Caskets via re-rolling now broadcast to the player's logs, which is nice. I imagine that's annoying. Players should no longer get stuck in Rikazari Jungle, which I imagine is better because that place is a hole. Dummies and placements with follower pets, so you can have a dummy place now, follower pets around, which is good. Again, that's just something for like griefing and annoying people. I've never done that. Elite enemies not doing their death animation. That actually is really annoying because I tried enemies with Necromancy in the video I released the other day, and it was hard to tell when it was dead, because that was the only ones which really gave like the account grief. Fixed the bug that didn't disable Slisuke's health bar during Slisuke's endgame. Anything which caused problems with that quest is just complete. Yeah, that quest is just something else. Protein enhancers and prologue and buff icons now match the items used to give them. Right, fair enough. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. A pretty standard week. Again, like these weeks are sometimes some of the, well, like we've done a really good week this week. Those Necromancy changes are really good, very, very beneficial, and will change up the combat style like massively. Like Threads of Fate now should be a viable use during training if you're not completely AFK like some people, me. So definitely have a look at that. Again, I'll link all this in on the description if you want to go and have a look. But yeah, in terms of like little tweaks and ninja fixes and little stuff like that, very good week for that kind of updates this week. Treasure Hunter is a cosmetic, so that's nothing too major. We made it again, so I want to thank you guys one more time for that. This will be an extra video for today. I'll have something planned for later on, just a bit of a sort of like a thank you and a run through all the updates for this week. I'll be recording Market Watch tomorrow. We'll go through all the prices and stuff like that. Apart from that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. And I'll see you guys later on for tonight's video.